You are going to show me Shanghai today, and
Yes.
I can't wait.
It is an old pagoda. It's hundreds of years old. It's the tallest still standing in Shanghai. People in the neighborhood will come here for noodles for breakfast, noodles for lunch, noodles for dinner.
I bet they're great.
They are. Do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, right. Go. You have your own ice cream too. Make it.
Oh.
You still don't like it?
No. You haven't sold me on durian.
No, I'm afraid not.
Good morning, Joost.
Good morning.
Thank you for meeting me at what time? I don't have my watch on.
5:45.
5:45.
Sun's up.
It's beautiful, and I understand we're going to have an exciting day, but I just landed last night, and it was so wonderful to come from the airport with my Viking guide explaining it all, but know exactly where everything was on the ship. She's so familiar.
You came home.
Thank you. That's exactly how I felt.
That's how
came
I
home.
feel, yeah.
But now this, in Shanghai Harbor, we're in the Bund.
Yes.
You are going to show me Shanghai today, and
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Tell
and
me a
this
little
is why
bit.
we get up so early, so that because
Okay.
it's big, but it has small little neighborhoods, and we're going to be traveling through these neighborhoods. The first place we go through, you might want to grab that map. So
This
the
was in
first
my
place, yes, the first place that we will go to is the Longhua Temple neighborhood.
Okay.
You can think of it as the first skyscraper in Shanghai, and associated with it is a little Buddhist temple.
Oh,
That's where
beautiful.
we'll go. It's the center of a, if you will, a suburban neighborhood.
Okay.
Then in the afternoon we'll travel to the French concession.
Oh, which I've read
leafy
about,
trees,
yes.
cafes. It does feel a little French.
1920s sort of
Yes,
feel.
Yes. And we'll have a few more things in store.
I
So-
can't wait, and you're very kind to spend this day on the
You're very welcome.
first Viking cruise
Yes.
on Viking.TV.
Yes.
Did I pronounce
Inaugural.
that correct?
Yes.
You can be honest.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But yes.
It's a difficult language for all of us. But we'll have
Very
Leo
diplomatic.
with us today,
Okay.
and he'll be our translator and our
Okay.
guide, and he's wonderful.
Oh, I
So-
can't wait, and I hope I don't misspeak too much, but I'm ready to learn a lot about this gorgeous city and China. My first trip back after COVID, I'd done the Yangtze cruise with y'all,
Yeah.
and it was wonderful, but now the coastal cruise to these ports that not many people have visited from the West.
No, and you need to be prepared. People will want to maybe take your picture, because you're a novelty. Wherever you go in places like Dongtou
Okay.
and Pingtan,
Okay.
you're going to be standing out a little bit.
Well,
In a good way.
okay, in a good way. That's
In a
good.
good way, yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Well, I think they've opened the World Cafe for us.
Okay, good.
And I can have American or Chinese breakfast, as I understand. it?
Yes. So the food on the ship has little touches of China,
good.
and so that people can try in a very comfortable and safe environment. And if they decide that something is not for them, they can go right back to pancakes.
I think I'll try both. Should we get
Excellent.
going? Because we
Let's
have
go.
a lot of territory.
Yes.
So Joost, I didn't expect something that looks so old and so green here in the middle of all this modern. Explain to me where we are.
That's the charm of it. So it is an old pagoda. It's hundreds of years old. It's the tallest still standing in Shanghai. And what it's inspired me when we first came here to scout out locations and things to do for people is that all around you have this very modern, kind of genteel suburban neighborhood, and in the middle of it you have this ancient Buddhist temple with the pagoda, and we will go inside.
Oh, I
and
was gonna ask.
There's a world inside. So that's what
Oh.
we're here for.
I look forward to it. Again, it's exquisite here in the center, but unexpected.
Yes.
Let's explore.
Yes, let's go.
So this is the inner courtyard.
This is the second courtyard, and there you will see a number of them. And I know, Jean, that you've been to the Forbidden City.
Yes.
Buddhist temples are modeled a little bit on palaces. So there can be quite a number of courtyards, and they're all kind of aligned. It's the buildings, as you can see, are very symmetrical. And yeah, so this is the second courtyard. Over there you can see this is interesting. You could almost say that this is the Chinese version of burning a candle. You make a donation with a little card perhaps that has the name of your family on it, and then you put some flowers here, and there in the middle is the donation box.
It's beautiful. It's a way for well, and it makes a beautiful display.
Yes. It's a way for the temple to raise funds.
And then they pray to the Buddha.
Yes. Now there is the first pavilion with a Buddha. We can walk inside, and you need to make sure that you don't touch. Look at the threshold. You can't touch the threshold. You step over it.
Oh.
And officially, you're also really supposed to have your left foot first.
Left foot, no threshold. It's getting complicated.
Let's go. So next courtyard, there's the incense burner. And this one has trees, and it's the same principle that we saw earlier with the flowers. You pay a little donation, and these ribbons have very specific wishes on them.
Oh, so these are not family names, these are wishes.
Correct. If you're looking for wealth, if you're looking for good health, if you look for longevity, if you look for a husband or a wife or babies, you can tie these ribbons around the posts of these trees.
And you buy them pre-printed. So there's
you can. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, because you can see.
Well, some are pre-printed.
Some are pre-printed, but some you can see are handwritten. Let's find.
Oh, look.
This is clearly handwritten.
Oh yes.
See, it leaks. This is someone that did it with a Sharpie, and it's leaked through on the other side. And this
and
is
here's
where
someone
you go.
with very good handwriting.
Yes. Well, that's an art.
It is
Calligraphy
an art.
is an art.
That one's an art.
Yes.
But how lovely. And then these will stay up until it's too full, and then the monks take them down.
Correct, yes.
And all the wishes are fulfilled.
And all the wishes are fulfilled.
I'm going back to the van to get money. Okay. Oh, that's a caveat.
So this is an incense burner, and you have these on most courtyards. They're not always just used for incense. If you want to make a wish, and you take a coin and you throw it in, and you hit nothing but net, but it brings best luck if you throw it right through the middle. So a lot of the traditions that you will find in these temples are closely related to folk beliefs. And this makes it really interesting, because each temple will also have very regional connections to the area. You will travel along the coast, and there will be a lot of deities that are associated with fisheries, with the sea. People will go there to pray, to have the ship come back with a lot of fish, or have the ship come back at least with the men alive. And so every one of these has its own flavor.
I can't wait to see them, though. I don't think I'd have noticed the distinctions had you not explained them. I like that. I see there are lots of dogs, or one dog, and lots of cats.
Yes.
And they're just wandering the temple, and he is almost fat.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Good boy. Buddhists believe that you need to be kind to all creatures. This is also why in Buddhist temples they serve vegetarian meals. And so the dogs are left alone. As you can see, this one probably gets a little bit of noodles from the monks here. He looks very well looked after.
He is very well, and he's adorable.
Yes.
Wow.
And we saw some of the cats earlier. I don't know where they went. They're probably having breakfast.
And they just wander undisturbed.
Yes.
I love it. Adds to the warmth of the whole experience.
It does.
I'm seeing orange bags everywhere. Is it the fashion?
Takeout.
Takeout?
Yes. So the noodles here are there's service of the temple, and people in the neighborhood will come here for noodles for breakfast, noodles for lunch, noodles for dinner, yes. And they do takeout. It's relatively inexpensive. They're really good. It's the only thing you can get here. It's just noodles.
Just
And they have
noodles.
different flavors of noodles, but
bet
it's all
they're great.
noodles. They are. Do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Very
Go.
Thank you.
Noodles and mushrooms.
Looks delicious.
Yeah, and eggs.
Now, is this lunch or breakfast?
Brunch.
Leo, we're colleagues, and for Viking China, you are the noodle king.
The
Yeah,
Noodle King.
Yeah.
What are these little flakes here, for instance?
This is bamboo.
This
Yeah. This is a
See, there you
bamboo. And this is something made by the tofu. How do you call that? The beans.
Yeah,
The bean
Okay.
products.
yeah.
Yeah. And also this is a how do you call this?
It's a
mushrooms.
mushroom, yeah.
Mushrooms.
oh, that's
Yeah.
a mushroom?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's all kinds of
Bean
vegetables.
sprouts. It
for
looks
this.
very
Yeah.
healthy.
And this is very common dish that you will find in most of the temples because they will try to do. This is a normal practice of Buddhism. But even you're not a Buddhist, you still can come enjoy this very light flavored dish, traditional ones.
Okay. So now let me ask you this: do you eat noodles for breakfast?
I do. Yeah.
Do you eat noodles for lunch?
Yes.
Do you eat noodles for dinner?
Yeah, no doubt. Yes.
Yeah.
What do you eat for snack?
It also can be noodle, but I have other choices. Snacks.
And it is all vegetarian broth, and
Yes.
because we're still in the monastery.
Yes.
And the crowd is tremendous out there. It is
It's
very,
popular,
busy.
yes. And people, some people, they come to visit, they will enjoy the noodle, but also people live around here, they also come to here, like a daily routine. For them, it's a very affordable and also very delicious, good quality and healthy food.
And now we have a side dish as well. So this
Yes.
is cabbage.
The cabbage, and this is like, how do you call this, meat-like, but it's not made by meat. Yeah, but it's more in design, and this one is more flavored.
Ah,
So
It's a little
you
bit more
combine
spice.
them, yeah, some spicy or some salty. How does it taste?
delicious. I can see why you eat it 3-4 times a
Yeah,
day.
yeah, because there are many styles. This is one of them, and you can also add more. How do you call it, on the top?
Yeah.
To make it more your own way or your favorite style.
Now, but wait, how do I eat the broth?
Sometimes you can mix it a little bit, like this. Yeah, stir a little bit.
You eat the broth. You can drink the broth.
That's not
Yeah.
rude.
No.
No.
What you will find when we go to Chinese restaurants, there are a few things. You start with the chopsticks, and in some restaurants you get spoons for the soup. You can drink it with a bowl, and essentially the food is all about the food. It's not necessarily about the way you eat it. There are no rules, and you will see in nice restaurants that people just do whatever they need to do to get to
Exactly.
the food.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you also you can put some of the side dishes in,
Ah,
to increase the flavor, if you like.
is this hot, spicy?
Not very spicy because in Buddhism, like they don't promote for very strong flavor. Like they don't put garlic, no chives, no onions in the dishes. Yeah.
I never knew that.
That will help you to be calm, and it's more light life. Not very heavy ones.
Ooh, I like that. It's calmer. It's not as
Yeah,
strong.
not strong. Exactly. Yeah.
If you have thousands of years of cuisine, the people here know everything, the quality of every ingredient that they use. So you will sit with Chinese, you'll have this experience where you eat something and then people say, oh, this is good for your eyes. Oh, this will make your hair shine.
And it probably does.
And it probably does because the people here have been at this, have been creating these dishes over hundreds and hundreds of years. Tea has been served in China for 4,000 years. I took Jean to a workshop where we learned about the tea ceremony, a graceful and almost solemn affair, which takes a lot of training to fully master. We also watched the master potter produce xisha teapots and cups. Xisha is purple clay found in the city of Yixing, or near the city of Yixing, some 2.5 hours west of Shanghai. So this is your friendly neighborhood store in the French concession, and it has everything.
Okay.
And is beautifully displayed. So some of it looks very familiar.
Yep.
And then other things are kind of unusual.
All right.
This is not a big pear, this is a bottle gourd.
A bottle gourd.
Yes.
Do you eat it? We don't eat gourds. Well, I guess we do.
You know, they're kind of like, what do you call them?
Squash.
Not eggplant, squash, yeah.
Squash.
Yeah. They're in that same family. And these look a little bit, these look like Jerusalem artichokes, and there's your yams. That we all know
potatoes.
from home. These are delicious fruit. Would you like to smell it?
That's horrible.
It's durian. It's known to have horrible smell. It smells like really bad rotten cheese. And on the inside, it's this yellowish flesh, and it's like custard. It's beautiful.
So it's good.
It's good.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah. But you would never want this.
No.
You would never want to bring this home, right?
No.
Oh,
And you know, last night on the ship at room service, they served these grapes. And I actually thought they weren't grapes. I thought, you know, is this a kiwi? They're so large. They were really, really good.
And then here's the fish.
I'm surprised at all the crabs.
Yes.
I come from a crab capital area, but look at all these crabs.
Well, you know, they have so much coastline, and there's all these different ocean streams converging on the Chinese coast. So they have a lot of fish from different areas. It's a very diverse fish population. And these little guys, people like eating them. I'm not a big fan because it's a lot of work. It's not like our shrimp. They remind me
of crayfish from the south in the U.S.
Yes.
It's like a crayfish.
Yes, but their shell tends to be a little harder.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more work. And look what you have here. You're not a big fan of eel?
No.
The Chinese
They look like snakes, yeah.
So as you saw, this is not a very typical, this is not what you think of normally as an exotic market. This is an upscale area. It's a little bit more modern, but there's plenty of very traditional foods here and a lot of things that are relatively exotic. What flavor of ice cream do you like?
It looks like ice cream, like the Japanese ball.
Yes, but they're fish balls.
Well,
they're all kinds of different. So
that would be disappointing.
That would be a rude awakening, wouldn't it? And then here you have some marinated fish and some marinated small meats, more fish. So this is, you could say that this is maybe a Chinese version of Whole Foods, if you will.
Okay, yeah, with the prepared and the non-prepared.
Yes. And here are some meats. But here are lots of different dumplings.
Definitely not American, yeah.
And these are kind of the typical ones where you make them during celebrations. You make a lot of them. It becomes a social affair.
Okay.
So dumplings are comfort food, not just in what you put in your stomach, but also in all being together and everyone makes dumplings.
Sounds like Italian grandmothers.
Yes.
Now this smells like a Middle Eastern market.
Yeah.
I can smell the curries and it's wonderful.
But you know, the Chinese are such great tradespeople. They have been all over the world, of course. and they bring things back, and it's a big country, so they bring things from all the different provinces and get them here. So the Chinese are really they're really used to having all kinds of flavors.
And it smells very, very international.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a modern market, but it still has all these, you know, the staple of Chinese cuisine is lots of ingredients, and you'll find those here.
Whoa.
And then here, you can order from some of these places. They'll cook it for you here, and then they serve it right here. So let's do this.
Yes.
Let's have some gelato.
Always gelato. Chinese gelato.
Go ahead.
How different can it be?
Let's see what they have. And we're not going to go for the vanilla. We'll try the exotic ones. I'll get a scoop of durian. That was what you smelled, but
Right,
you don't have.
but-
You can try it if you want,
Okay,
but
I'm
it will
not
taste
ordering
very,
it.
very different.
Well,
And then we have walnut and black sesame.
that's unique.
And here we have oolong white peach and
Ooh.
lychee rose and jasmine green tea extract.
Well, we
So
have
that-
green tea at home. They'll have that. They don't have matcha. So I've got to order something I couldn't get at home. And I think you get the stinky fruit.
Yes,
And I'm going to get the walnut and black sesame because I've never had black ice cream.
it sounds like a good plan.
Thank you. Black ice cream.
Black ice cream.
It's very good.
Very good. All right.
It looks like you're eating cement.
But
you're
it
not.
doesn't taste like. No,
No.
that's good.
It doesn't
That's good.
taste-
Could I have a scoop of durian? Let's see
You first.
if it tastes better than,
I'm not
what it
tasting
smells.
it.
You will not like it.
I won't.
Nope.
Thank you.
Because I think because they have a little piece of it,
yeah.
you can still, the smell's still a little there.
Thank you.
A tiny little bit. You have your own ice cream too, make it better.
Oh.
You still don't like it.
No. No. That's sinful to call that ice cream. Do you want some of mine? It's better.
I'm good.
You haven't sold me on durian.
No, I'm afraid not.